All right, everybody, this is my video book report. I want to start off with a picture. I don't know if you can see that, if it's in focus. This is a picture of Susan Senator and her son, Nat. And in Susan's words, Nat has fairly severe autism. I've actually read two books by Susan. She's written at least four books, the two that I've read and two others. She is an excellent author. She's politically active, and she's an advocate for rights for people with autism. The first book that I read from Susan, the title of it is Making Peace with Autism, and it is a book that I read for the EDS 537 course. The book begins with Susan's early experience. I believe I read it like a year ago, even from before the birth to her suspicions during the birth when she had trouble making meaningful eye contact with her baby, through age 3 when her son was finally diagnosed. She describes life with Nat. It is amazing how tough it must have been for her. So she does a great job of describing the emotions, the drama, the fears, the interactions on the rest of her family. She has two sons who are younger than Nat, who are not affected by autism. And the book carries her experiences through Nat's birth to about, I'm going to say 14, 15 years of age. I read the book actually because I did I picked it because the family that I was going to do the project with was the family of a kid I had in my class who had autism. And the project was to put together a transition plan working with the student and with his parents. I kind of wish at the time that I had been aware of, I believe the book was written, but I didn't choose it to read. A second book that she wrote called Autism Adulthood, in which she picks up the story when Nat is, I'm going to say 16 years old, maybe a little bit older. But anyway, carries through the time period when she was worried and not to be someone who sits at home and worried, but actively engaged in trying to work out a transition plan for Nat. Susan is an excellent writer, so that she tells a very good story. She does a lot of offering her advice to other families, and with both books, she typically at the end, but also kind of interlaced through the text, will drop in a figure with references to where resources are available. So the major impression on me was to come away really impressed with how strong an individual mother can be, quite possibly partially forged through the experience of having to advocate for her kid. Susan is definitely that, and the mother that I worked with, the student last year, impressed me similarly. So I would highly recommend the book, definitely to any parents or extended family member of a child with autism. And I also believe if you're looking for one book that kind of pulls together the whole picture from the perspective of a family, that either or both of Susan's books, which again are Surviving Autism, or rather Making Peace with Autism, and the second book, which is Autism Adulthood.